Hey everybody, so I got asked if I would show you all how I made this book cover for this art journal that I was working on, and I'm going to do this. This was my first one that I made, and I think it came out really good. Here's the front cover, the back cover. It has 9 signatures, and each signature has 3 pages. So I really like the way this came out. This is a gift that's going to a friend. So the first thing you're going to need, what we're going to do is we're going to use cardstock, or you can use any paper you want, but what I'm using is cardstock. So I have 27 sheets here. They're 8.5 by 11. I'm also going to be using one of these curved needles. I'm going to be using waxed thread. And then I'm going to be cutting out paper that's going to be the front and back cover. I'm going to be using Beacon Fabrifix. And this is going to be my second time doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take each sheet. The first thing I'm going to do is fold. We're going to fold each sheet. Let me move this so I can see underneath. Put that right there. I'm going to fold each sheet like that. Let me see. Yep, one. I'm not going to do all 27 of them in front of you, but I want to show you. 2. And I'm not going to use the bone folder to make them too tight. 3. So and then I have my first signature like that. Let me see, go down like that. So that'll be my first signature. So I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to do all the other ones. Okay, so I folded all of my sheets and I have 3 signatures in each sheet. So the next thing I did was I got another piece of cardstock and I measured it out to be the same length as my signatures. And then what I did was I decided to space them apart. So on my, you can see on my craft board, I spaced them apart 1 inch, and it made 7 places where I'm going to put holes into my signature. So that's the next thing. So what I do next is I take my signatures. Oh, you're going to need, let me put this glue away. Okay, so you're going to, I told you already that you're going to need, where are you, hole puncher? Oh, okay. I'm a little nervous doing this, but I'm going to do it. If I mess up, I mess up. Okay, because this is my second one. So what I'm going to do now is I have this foam, and I turned my signatures inside out. I'm trying to remember how I did this. And I put it, I put this signature, I put this, not the signature, I put this ruler thing that I made in front of the signature, and then I have this sitting on top of foam so that when I punch through, let me get this lined up properly. Make sure that that's right. And I'm going to punch a hole. Make sure that's right. Actually, what I should probably do, hold on a minute. This is just me. I don't feel confident today. I don't know why. You ever have those days? I'm having one. Okay. But I'm going to persevere and I'm going to get through this. And I'm going to do my best. I was really nervous about doing this video. Okay, so here we go. On to the second hole. Third. That's actually better because these little clips are keeping it stationary. 3, 4, 5. I don't know the name of this type of bookbinding, but it's not the usual one that I do, the 3-hole pamphlet stitch rather. So you can see I have my holes, and I'm going to put that one to the side, and then I'm going to do the next one with you. So I have 3 pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to put these, I'm going to put this lined up again so that it goes in the same spot as the other one. And it's a little chilly over here, my friends. A little chilly. I know it's laughable because up north it's much colder than this. And you guys would give anything to have the weather that we're having. But you know what happens when you move to Florida? Your skin thins out. So like what 50 degrees is like equivalent to feeling 30 degrees up north. Okay, so I got my second signature. You can see the holes, and I'm going to put that one sitting across on the side. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the other 7. I got 7 more sitting here, so rather than you sitting here watching me do this, I'm going to put you on pause, and I'm going to punch the holes in the others. Okay, so now I have hole punched my 9 signatures, and each signature has 3 pages in it, and I'm looking at it and I don't think I did such a great job, honestly. I messed up. So let's see how this works out. So the next thing you want to do is get yourself and this is called an upholstery needle, and because I can't see what I'm doing, I'm also going to use one of these to help me thread it. And then I'm going to use my wax thread, and I'm going to count out 9 lengths of the let me move this up a little bit. This is going to be a little tricky, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so I'm going to count out 9. 1, 2. Just roll this. This is the tricky part, sewing it. 3, 4. Now this is where I have a hard time. 4, 5, 6. Where are we? 7, 8, 9. And then I'm going to cut it. And this is really tricky doing this online, because I struggled with this. So, okay, so I'm going to go through. Wait a minute. Come on. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go through my needle like that. I'm going to put my thread through it because I can't see. It's the joys of getting older. Okay, and then I'm going to pull that through, and I'm going to take this off. Trying really hard not to bore you guys with this, but it's really tedious. Okay, where do I take that off? And I'm going to put this, oh, I forgot this. Oh no, I didn't forget. That's the next step. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go open up one of my signatures. And from the inside, let me get this. I'm going to go in from the inside, come out the back, pull this out like that, and then I'm going to, what am I going to do? Let me think about this. Okay, I did that wrong. So I was supposed to go in through the outside and then back out through the second hole. And then what I'm going to do next is go into my second signature here. Let me see if I can get in there. So now I'm in the second signature. This is where I say it's a little tricky, but in the end, after you do this, you're going to be so happy because it's really nice. So I'm in the second signature. Okay, and then I go back out. Trying to see what I do next. Hold on 1 minute. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into the third hole, 1, 2, 3. And what I'm doing is I'm sewing the 2 signatures together. Honestly, you're going to love this. And you can always rewind it and follow along. And then I'm going to go through the 2 signatures again. So like I told you, it's a little tricky, but it can be done. And into this one, and I'm pulling it out here, and then pulling all my thread out. Let me pull this out here. Let me see, where we pull this. Okay, let me see, why am I don't know why I'm not like, okay, so then we're basically just sewing the 2 together. So I'm going to go back into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one. Do the same thing. I'm going to come through here. Pull this through here, and then I'm going to go through here. You know, when you get real good at this, you can punch it through both holes at the same time. Okay, got it. Now I'm going to go through, try it again, go through this one, and let me see if I can get through the other one. It's a little clumsy, but it's worth it. You can sew this together. It's really worth it. You're going to be very happy. I love this stitch. I really do. Okay, now look what I did. Can you believe this? Okay, don't leave anything on your desk. Move everything that can get tangled. Okay, there we go. We got that. Okay, we're on this side. Now we're going to go through. We're in the last hole. Whoops, nope, we don't want that. We want that. And we want that. There we go. Last hole. Is that right? Hold on a minute. Okay, right. Okay, so we're in the last hole. And then now what we're going to do is sew our way back up to the top. So I'm going to go through this hole. And let me see. And this hole. There we go. This hole and that hole, and I'm going to pull that, and now we're going to go, let's make sure I don't tangle. This is my problem. I wind up tangling everything up and then I get a mess. But I promise you, you're going to really be happy when you do this. So now you can see there's no stitching here, so I'm going to go through here, this one, come out this end. Oh, it came out. Look, came out the other end. And we're going to pull it through. Wonderful. And now we're going to go through this hole here. And we're just basically sewing back up to the top. Let me see. Oh, I got a call from a friend today who is an upholsterer. And she's getting these big giant jobs. And her son is he's joining the Army or the Marines or something, so he usually helps her, and he won't be around. So she's asked me if I would be interested in helping her with sewing or whatever it is that she needs. And I said, absolutely. Okay, we got a lot of wax coming off this. That's okay. All right, so we are moving along. Okay, now we going through this hole, and we want to get back in through that one. And yay, I did it. Yay. Okay. Yeah, so I told her, I said, yeah, I'd be, I'm retired. I'm very interested in doing stuff like that. Okay, so we got through there. Now we're going to go through this hole and we're going to come out this end. Let's see if we do it. Okay, we don't want to mess up here. Okay, we're going to go through here. And let me see if the needle is coming out this end. Come on. All right. No, it's not. So I got to be careful. So I'm coming out this end, and I want to get into this hole right here. So I got to come out here. Wait a minute. No, no. Yep. There you go. And we're back out this end. So almost to the top. And we're pulling it out. And I think, by golly, we almost got our first signature done. And then, oh, wait a minute. Let me put this together. And then, okay, so I was a little confused, but my needle came out here. And then what I'm going to do is pull this out. And I'm going to tie it. As you can see, I'm going to tie it with the first signature. So I'm going to go like this. Over, tie, and then under, and you have a good knot. And then we'll go over, under again. And now you have tied your first two signatures together. So the next thing, okay, so now I'm going to put in my third signature. So I'm going to go into the hole. I'm going to come out and pull this out. I got the first two together. Now we're on the third signature. Pull that out, and then I'm going to pull, and then I'm going to go into the second hole. And this is where it gets great. Really good. So now I'm up here, and what I'm going to do, since I'm going down, right, I'm going to go through the first two signatures, but I'm going to point in the direction, the opposite direction that I'm going. So I'm going to go through these two, and that's where it's great to have an upholstery needle. Okay, so I'm going to go through here. And now I'm tying the two of them together. So now I'm going to go, I pulled through, and now I'm going to go back into the signature, the second one. I'm going to pull that through. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go into the third signature, the third hole. I'm going to pull it up. It gets easier from here. Okay, so then I go, because I'm going this way, I'm going to put my needle through the first two, the opposite direction. Okay, there's a lot of wax on this. Let me get this out of the way. And I'm going to pull this up. There we go. Now we're going to go back into the same signature that we came out of, right? Back out here, pull it out. Then we're going to go into the next signature. Pull it up. And we're going to take our needle and go in the first two. Pull it up. And we don't want to, okay, this is where I make a mistake. Okay, we don't want to tangle it. We want it to be free. So pull that up. And now you see what's happening? We're tying them together. So then we're going to take our needle, not tying them together, I'm sorry, we're sewing them together. So we're going to go back, come out, the same hole that we went into, because we're sewing them together. Okay? This is part of the first one. Actually, that's fine. And we're going to go into the next hole. We're going to come out. Okay, and then this is serious business. Okay, and then we're going to go through the first two. There we go. And we're going to pull that out. And we're basically sewing the third signature to the first two. And then again, we're going to go back into the same hole that we came out of. I'm going to pull it out this end. I'm going to go into here, the next hole, pull it out, and get your needle. And you're going to go through the first two. Maybe, here they are, the first two. Again, like you did previous, okay? And it's really coming along nice. Okay, go back into the same hole again that you just sewed. Come into this end. Then you're going to go out the last hole. Bring it up. And you're going to do the same thing. Hold on. Wait a minute, the first two. You want to go through the first two. Okay, there we go. And don't tie a knot there. Okay, bring that through. And now you've sewed 3 of them together. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go, I added another signature. So this will be our 4th signature. So we're going to go in through the 4th signature, pulling this out. Okay, and then we're going to come up through the next hole. Okay, what we're going to do here now is a little bit different but similar. Because we are going this way, we're going to put our needle in this way. So I'm on the next signature, and I'm going to go through the next 2 second and third signature, and I'm going to put my needle in the opposite direction, this way, and pull that out. There we go. And then we're going to go back in. I'm going to pull that like that, right? Then we're going to go in through, let me move that. Then we're going to go in through the next hole, up, and then we got to tie them together. So because we're going up, we're going to put our needle to the left in the prior 2 signatures. So we're going to go through this prior 2, and we're going to pull that out. There we go. It's coming along. And then we're going to go back into the same hole that we originally went through. And then we're going to go into the next hole. There we go. I'm going to bring that up. And again, because we're going to the right, we're going to put our needle in through the left, and we're going to go through the prior 2 signatures, and we're going to pull that. That's see what's happening here. Just have a lot of, and then we're going to go back out the same hole that we just came through, and then we're going to go into the next hole. Here we go, into the next hole. And then move that over. And then wait a minute, I'm going this way. I'm supposed to go that way. Am I doing that right? Yes. I'm probably messing up. You guys are all going to catch me. All right, we go. I think I'm doing it wrong. All right, we're going to keep going because it's working. All right. It's working, guys. Ladies, gentlemen. Okay, then we're going to go in the next hole. Whoopsie. Sorry about that. I hit the camera. Okay, and then we're going to go, because we're going this way, we're going to go that way. I honestly think it doesn't matter. Okay, but we're getting it. And it's coming out really nice. And then we're going to go back in the hole. Back in the hole. And then we're going to go into the last hole. And then we're going to tie this together. I think I'm going the wrong way. I think it's supposed to go this way. Tie this together. Okay. There we go. We got it. And then we're going to get another one. Let's see if I'm doing this right. Another one, and then we go through here. Okay, so the other thing that I didn't do was I went through the first 2 signatures, and then I had to go through the second 2 signatures with my needle. I did that offline, but that's what I did. So the first 2, and then the second 2. Now I'm going to go into my next signature here, and pretty much we're doing the same thing through here. Pull it out, go up into the next one, pull it out, let me tighten it a little bit. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to go into the prior 2 like this with the needle. And then I'm going to pull that out. And I'm going to go back into the same one. Pretty much the same thing we did prior. I'm just going to repeat. Back through. And then up into the next hole. Back up. And then through the prior 2 signatures, just to knot them together. Basically, that's what it does. It keeps them all together. And then I'm going to go back into the same hole, back in the same hole, then up in the next hole, and again, take your needle and go through like that, and then pull it out, and then back in. Okay, and then through the next hole, up, and we'll tie it with the previous signature. Okay, you see that? Going through, going back through the other side, up the next one, and then same thing, go through the prior 2 like that. You see that? Like that. Get your thread out of the way, because you're coming through. There you go. And then you're going back in. Back in. There we go. Into the next one. And then we're going to go the opposite direction. We're going to tie it like this. Right? And then we're going to go back through the first two that you were doing. I mean, the last two that you were doing. We're going to go back like this. And then we knotted them together. And then we're going to bring in our next one like this. And we're going to go in. Go in. Am I doing that right? Let me see. There we go. Pull them together. Whoops. Get them together. Then we're going to go up to the next one. And we're going to go through this, the prior two. Can you see? Prior to, we're going to go like this. And we're going to pull that out. Go back into the same signature. They're coming out the right? Nope. Got to make sure you come through all the way. Okay, came through all the way. I'm going to pull that through. Go up the next one. And we're going to go again through the prior signatures, prior to. We're going to knot it. We're knotting it together. There we go. Then we're going to go back in. I'm going to pull that out. Then we're going to go back up. And then we're going to go this way. I think I've been doing it wrong, but you guys get the idea, right? I hope. And I'm going to pull that. Now it's knotted together. I'm going to go back in. Let's make sure it's going through all three. It's got to go through all the pages, not just some of them. There we go. So we got through there. Okay, and then we're going to go up to the next hole. And we're going to go through the prior two so that we knot our signatures together. Then back into the hole. In the ditch, guys. Okay, back in. Then out through the next one. Boy, I hope I had enough thread. If not, I'm going to have to figure something out. Okay, and then we're going to go knot it with the prior signature. I don't know why it matters which direction you're going. I honestly don't think it does, but you know, follow directions. Okay. You know, that's what you say to the kids in school. Okay, ready? Here we go. Last hole. Through the hole. And then up to the end. I'm going to go around it like this. I'm going to knot it together. Like that. And then we're going to go through these two. And we're going to knot it to this one. There, we got them all together. Now we're going to do, we have 3 more. So I'm going to go into this hole. back out, up through this one, whoops, sorry, let me see, am I right? Okay, we gotta pull this in tighter, and then pull that tighter. There we go. And then we can go this way into the prior. I know it's a lot of work, but it's well worth it. So worth it. It really gives you a nice journal. Really nice. Okay, so we got that. Let me see. Hope I put this on right. Did I? I feel like I didn't. Okay, no, it's okay. Alright, so we gotta pull that out. And we're going to... Why do I have a second thread? Oh, you know why? I know why. This thread is actually longer. Do I have two threads here? See, it's good to see Linda making mistakes. Okay, that's not it. Is that it? Yep, there it is. Got it. Okay, I wasn't pulling my whole thread out, so let's make this end shorter, which will explain why I thought I didn't have enough thread. I have plenty of thread. Okay, so now we're going to go in through here. It's terrible that I'm teaching you guys how to do this. Okay, and then we're going to go like this. And this is why I was afraid to do this. But someone asked me, so I said, all right, let me do it. Back out. I don't even remember who asked me. It was like a week or two ago. Okay, back out. Do the same thing. Go to through the prior two signatures so that you can sew this in. Get that thread out of the way. Pull it out. Go back in. It's much more relaxing when you're not doing a video. You know, when you're doing a video and you know people are counting on you to teach them how to do this, it's a little nerve-wracking. But, you know, I'm up for the challenge. Here we go. Up for the challenge. Trying my best. And you know what? Life is not perfect. Okay, back out through this one. Up. Connect them together with the previous signature. This is really a great needle to do this with. I don't think I would use any other needle because it's able to curve when you're trying to tie the signatures together. So you definitely want to get this needle. I got them in a pack when I started this venture. Okay, now we're going to tie this with the previous two. And then we will have this together. And then we're going to bring in our next signature. And we're going to go through the hole in the ditch. There we go. We're doing it. And pull that tight. Tight enough that it's together. Go out through the next one. You see me struggling. Then we're going to sew it with the next one. And there we go. Back into the hole. In the hole. In the hole, out the other hole. And then We're coming to the finish line almost. Actually, no, that's not true. We got more to do. Okay, let's go. This is probably the longest part of it. I may have to do 2 videos because I don't know if anybody's going to stick around this long. There's always an option on the YouTube channel where you can speed things up. I'm sure everybody knows that. You know, right now it's playing on normal. You can hit the little, there's like a flower up on the top there if you're using your phone. If you're on like a computer, I think that it's down there, and you just tap the flower, and then you go to where it says normal speed, playback, and you just hit, you know, whatever speed you want this to go in. I don't know how to edit and speed things up. I'm not really that good with the technical end of all this. Okay, back in. From what I understand, it takes hours to edit. I'm still trying to get my printer to work. I ordered a, okay, we're going to go this way through it. We're just tying, remember, we're just tying the 2 signatures together. Okay, now they're linked together, back in. Yeah, I ordered a cable cord. Pam's going to come over and help me try to get this printer to work. If it doesn't, I have a friend. She's really good with technology, and she'll come over and help me. But before I do that, I'm going to see what I can do with Pam. Okay, back in, and then go back up to the top. Okay, and then I'm going to put these together. There we go. And now, when we're sticking to the table, now we're going to go into this one, the last one. Phew, you must be happy. Finally. Finally, she's almost done. Well, no, not really. We're just talking about threading them all together. Then there's more. But believe me when I tell you, you will be so happy, because it's really my favorite way of doing, putting my signatures together. This is the one I like. So I will be doing this from now on. Okay, so we're going down, we're going to go, and I do think I might be running out of thread. So next time, I'm going to put in more thread. And if I have to, I'll just tie this thread to another thread. I think I'm gonna, I might make it. Might make it. Might is the big word. Mighty. Let's hope. Okay, let's go like this. Yeah, next time 9 was not enough. I think I would do 10. You know, like when you're putting your thread, when you're measuring out your thread, I think I would do 10 lengths of the okay, got through, of your signatures. Okay, count out 10 times the length of your signatures, if that makes any sense. Back in, through here, up. Oh boy, we're getting close. Here. And then let's pull this out a little bit. Hopefully we can get to the bottom. We just, if we do, we're just making it. Honest to God. Be a miracle. But miracles happen all the time. Okay. I have to tell you, I'm really grateful to have you guys on my channel. I've met some really nice ladies. And I got to get into my computer and answer some questions. I try to answer questions with my phone, and it doesn't happen for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't send the message. Okay, here's the problem. I am short. I don't have enough thread, so I'm going to, so there's the mistake I made. I didn't have enough thread, but we're going to go through this, both signatures again, and now I'm stuck here. Okay, this is the major problem. Whew, what do I do? Okay, I went through this twice. Let me see if I can, hold on. Okay, so I didn't have enough thread. What I'm going to try and do, if I can, I'm going to have to figure something else out. I'm going to go through this again. Only for you guys. I do this. Okay, I'm back out and I'm going to have a little loop. So you see that little loop that I have? And I don't have much thread left, so what I'm going to do is put this, poke it through that hole that I made, that little loop. Come on, go through there, please go through. There we go. There we go. Okay, come on. Push you through there. And I'm going to make a knot. There's my knot. And that's all I can do right now because I don't have enough thread. So instead of doing 9, I would do either 10 or 11. You want to have more thread than I wound up with. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to flatten. You're going to be putting glue. Okay, let me put this away and close this up. So that's how you sew your signatures together. But the next thing you want to do, I have this stone, is I want to flatten my signatures because I'm going to be putting glue on here. So I want these all to be flattened. And it takes a few minutes of, really pressing and flattening it down. So that's how I did the first one. And I'm going to do the rest of them offline. You know what works better than the stone? Just get yourself a pen and rub it really hard till you're flattening them. Try to flatten them out.